there are some films I cannot just sit down and be saying. I will just skip or just if the first 30 seconds nothing is kind of catchy or engaging me. I don't like. There has to be something you get and attention. So the more you go into the film, the more. So for you to stay into that film, there has to be something that would keep you in that film, and that is one of the things our films right now are missing. Because we just want to do film to just make the money and not necessarily value oriented and do film that will stand the test of time. You get, and that is why most often our films don't travel. Like it just it just ends here. It just ends there. But you see the likes of short films, they will go to different festivals around the world. They will travel because the stories are brilliant, the production value and everything. So that is actually what led to Film Joint. And in Film Joint, our pillar is just promote, premiere, and then distribute. So we promote short film very importantly. So in as much as right now we know that the films are not necessarily making money, but it's a step in the right direction. Because first things first, people need to be aware of the short film, and that is why we have the Film Joints premieres. We recently did the Film Joints Award. The award are specifically for short films. So we have different categories for short films, both best director, best international film, best this, best that. Instead of the usual thing you would have where they will say best short film in a category or best international short film. No, but this one we just make it everything strictly for short film. And the testimonials were amazing. Like the feedback we got, because initially we didn't want to do it, but the idea just came like, why don't just we do something? So I'm just recognize, like necessarily there must not be money, like maybe you're awarding, but the fact that they recognize for just doing. In fact, some persons were even like, this is a boost for me to even keep doing short films instead of the initial idea of, okay, let me just do one, then now do feature film. But now you want to make it a thing. God bless you. Now you want to make it a thing. Like we've received a lot of DM. That's even me. I was like, man, this is just is, you know, when God is calling you to do something, and then you are receiving some form of confirmation that, oh, okay, I'm on the right track. Even when you're discouraged, because it's a self-sponsored thing. Like we don't necessarily have a sponsor. The self-financed thing, and at the time you will be discouraged at this thing. I'm just stressing myself for other people. But when you start receiving some form of testimonies or confirmations from people and how feel their heart is, you like, no man, let us do this, let us just keep going. And so there is just a whole lot. So that is our pillars. We promote, premiere, and then we distribute, because again the reason for the premiere is we don't necessarily have premiere set aside for short films like we have with feature films. So we make it more like a grand premiere where we have films from different parts of the world, not just Nigeria. And one of the things that I've learned is that having different films from different parts of the world boosts you also as a filmmaker in your home country. By the time you see the qualities of films, your sense of direction in terms of filmmaking would change, your perspective. You would want to make a kind of high standard movie where you not just be making just because of a short film, let me just use any kind of camera. No, but now you'll be very invested in the film. I want to make
very intentional
and exactly very intentional. So again, we're trying to distribute short films. So we are open to any platform that is willing to take short film. And one of the things we try to do is also to do a form of collation, because we know that not everybody will want to just pick single films. So for instance, you can have 5 short films made, and they are up to maybe 1 hour plus, they're about same length as feature film, but you have different, and then you get value for what you're watching.
So Mr. Gbenga, so when it comes to you've spoken so much about film joints, so this is year 2024. You're probably in the 2nd month. So what are the goals for your film joint, or what do you feel you guys can do better this year?
So what we want to do better this year, again, one of our mission is to kind of create platform for filmmakers, as in kind of support and empower filmmakers. So we're trying to create different initiatives where, for instance, one of the ideas right now that we're trying to do with, apart from the premiere and awards, is to create a kind of program where filmmakers can come and pitch their content, their films and all that. Like you have a panel of industry professionals, from distributors to directors, producers, basically the people who put money in films or finance films, kind of. So then you have people who have story concepts or who need guides, because we do this Twitter space twice every month, where we kind of bring in different industry professionals, and then we have the topic and discuss. And then you find out that there are young filmmakers especially who just go into the profession and they have a lot of missteps. A whole lot of them do not have the necessary orientation that can actually help them. So again, we are trying to build all that this year, where if you need a guide, maybe a mentor, you want to be a mentee, whatever, or you have a story you're looking for finance, so you have that platform, a panel who would maybe when you pitch and then okay, I'm interested in this person, I'm interested in this person, invest. Yeah, and then they would invest, because again there is something. So there is something I always say, that we have a door in the industry where everybody is scrambling for the same thing, even the big ones and the open. So even you that is low, you're scrambling for the same thing with people that are already up there. The people that are up there will not give you the chance. Exactly. They are also scrambling. Everybody is scrambling for the same. No space. So instead of just pushing your head into one small door, why not just follow another door, another way? Follow another way. As in just follow. Window day, back door day, everywhere. They just follow it. But you see that front door? No, you can't. You can't. The people that are up there, they will not.
They don't even want to free space for you.
They don't. Okay, right? A friend of mine recently had an encounter where he pitched his story idea to a film director and producer. He is a director himself, and they're asking him to bring the film for them to direct. Correct. Like, I don't know if you understand. I get you. I want to do my I want
that the film is going to be a good one.
Yeah, like this is. I want this to be my future my director.
They want to like take the credit.
Exactly, they want to take the credit. And another common thing they do is they usually buy off script. I'm not saying that is bad, but I feel, and that is why again a sense of direction is very important in terms of guide. Like if you are an emerging film filmmaker, you need proper guide in terms of this is what is and what is not. You get in the industry. For instance, if someone approaches you that, oh, I love your story, let me buy it off you. Do you really want to sell it off? Because by that they are taking the credit and everything. And if that film,
will be placed
now
for end credit,
they can. Yeah, it depends on the kind of bargain
or relationship you have.
Okay. So, but what is usually common is because again, writers are not necessarily giving the face. So what is usually common is they may take everything and take the glory, because we do not have this what is it called, this structure where, for instance, if we're doing a project together as a team, we invest in that project and then we have a kind of what is it called, a kind of revenue generated from the film. So if for instance I'm acting in your film and you decide to pay me a particular part of, I can make a deal with you where I will keep making money from that film. From that film. Serious? Yes, now, but we do not always have that. So these are part of the orientation that a lot of people do not have, and most people just go and then they do the mistake and it's gone. People will be collecting credit for me.
Again, so a lot of things are happening in this
industry. It's a lot. So proper orientation is very, very necessary, and that is what we also intend to do with Film Joint. And again, creating this micro platform where you don't necessarily need to be scrambling for with those up there. Just do your thing and know that okay, you still make something from this thing.
It will still
it will still serve. It will still make money. So it's a whole lot. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll get there.
It's not going to be easy, but they will get there.